everyone, welcome. It's me, Weezy. I'm with Moshville Times again, and I am very, very happy to be joined today by Ivan. Welcome.
Thank you so much. Really happy to be here.
Yeah. So, Ivan, you are from a band called Opensight,
Yes.
and I thought for today we would start with a fun question, okay, to start off with.
Sure, yeah.
So, recently, Ivan, I have been eating so much chocolate because it was Easter and I've had so many chocolate eggs. And
Yep.
I have found my last cream egg,
There you
which
go.
I can't wait to eat. So, fun question first. If Open Sight were a chocolate bar, what chocolate bar would Open Sight be and why?
Oh, that's a difficult question because I mean, there's not enough chocolate in the world, you
I
know.
know.
Um I would also overdose in it if whenever chocolate's available, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know what chocolate would us be. Um probably dark chocolate would be
Nice.
the answer to that. No, not 100%, but dark enough, I would say.
Yeah.
Let's say a 70%, something like that, dark.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so dark but still fun, basically.
Nice.
That's our type of chocolate, I reckon.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
So, congratulations. Open Sight have a new album coming out next month on the 15th of May called The Outfit. Um, Now, it's a very cinematic feel to it, right? So, what inspired that direction creatively?
Well, it's not that we sit down and we say like, oh, okay, so the music should be that or this or that. We basically we move in the heavy metal world, hard rock heavy metal world, but at the same time, we also grew up with films and other things. So basically, you're passionate about different things, and everything finds its way into the music. So if music was around the house and there were the spaghetti western soundtracks or the James Bond soundtracks, and you grew up watching Die Hard or Aliens and so on, then everything, the Reservoir Dogs and Pulp Fiction and whatnot, then all the sounds and all the ambience and of the things that touch you deeply
Mhm.
spontaneously find their way into the music. So, if the album has a little bit of like vintage horror, a little bit of spaghetti western, and a little bit of like Dirty Harry crime films
Yeah.
going on, it's because we if you feel we all feel passionate about like heavy metal, right? So we also feel passionate about like film music and movies and that ambience, a little bit of video game music as well, and everything finds the way into the music spontaneously. So
Yeah.
I think that's the reason.
Yeah. And you
Yeah.
mentioned, quite a lot of amazing movies and soundtracks there. Is there one in particular that you feel has maybe influenced this album?
Yeah, there's many of them, but I think with our music, there's always going to be kind of like an inclination to Morricone, who did the Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, and the old westerns as a kind of like one of the major influences is going to be always be there. So just the opening of the album, which is an instrumental song called Procesión de la Muerte. It's like a death march kind of thing. It's very, very like a Morricone ripoff. Like you could see the like the Clint Eastwood guy or the Lee Van Cleef guy kind of like about to do a Mexican standoff, right, with the guns.
Yeah.
So that's a main reference, but also like the Dirty Harry films, like Lalo Schifrin, Bullet, all the kind of like the car chase persecution kind of thing has its place there. But also, we're watching a lot of like Yakuza films, with like the 60s Yakuza movies. I don't know if you see that you've seen that movie Battle Royale, which is like a Japanese movie. One of the Battle Royale girls was in Kill Bill.
Yeah,
But Kenji Fukasaku, the director, he did like lots of like uh, Yakuza films in the 60s, and we like those were being watched for this album. But really, it's really expansive. We there's a lot of like film music that is really good, and film music can be anything
yeah,
really, and so it's very inspiring. And yeah, but those are a few of them
yeah,
for this particular album,
yeah,
especially the outfit, as a name, it kind of like, uh, when you see those Yakuza movies or the gangster films and so on, they have their like their wardrobe and their dress codes and stuff, and that was like really inspiring to take it to a visual level as well.
yeah.
But yeah, that's more or less it.
Awesome. And you've described this album as heavy, melodic, eerie, and a bit sinister. So, when you were creating this album, how have you managed to get a balance within those elements without them overpowering, each other as well?
I think that's it comes very spontaneously because we like melody and we like heaviness, and all those elements are show in there. But really, we like effective songs as
Mhm.
well. So like a song could have like the introduction, a verse, a chorus in a very, I grew up listening to like 60s rock, the Beatles and the Rolling Stones and all that as well. So the kind of like a traditional song structure comes very spontaneously. But then if there's a guitar solo in the middle, if there's something in the middle of the song or the intro, it we have the chance to be a bit more atmospheric and maybe do something that is a bit more dramatic and a bit more like sinister, like we were talking about. So it really depends on the song, what the song like some like forcing things is normally doesn't go well if the song kind of like asks you for something, or sometimes you hear the song that you're writing, and it says like, oh, this could work very well here, and it could be anything. It could be like soft rock guitars, or like anything, a flute, or like the bombastic, orchestra stabs that we use sometimes, or it could be Iron Maiden style twin guitar harmony,
Yeah,
which we also have a lot in this particular album, because Neil, our guitar player, came up with a couple of them, and it was like delightful, and we can do the whole kind of like the whole kind of like either Judas Priest guitar tandem, or the Dave Murray, Adrian Smith, kind of like standing together doing the guitar harmonies together, and it's like, it's just fun, it's just fun, and if you're having fun, and you're enjoying yourself, that's kind of like the main thing that is going to tell you you're on the right track, so the same thing when you're writing the song. So, oh well, let's put a little bit of like darkness in there with the horror theme or whatever it is. So,
yeah,
as long as it's fun, you're on the right track.
yeah. And how does this new album, The Outfit, either build on, or how does it differ from your last release, Mondo Fiction?
Yeah, Mondo Fiction, it's an interesting one because Mondo Fiction was more of a lockdown album.
Mm-hmm.
And basically that was really interesting, and really really cool, because basically that's when Duncan, our bass player, came into the picture, and he before he played with us, he recorded his bass beats remotely, and we before we met with him in person,
Wow.
and then we ended up meeting, and we ended up like finding out that we had chemistry as a band with the new member, and also um, we ended up like now that we played live after the Mondo Fiction songs live and the new ones. I think the difference with the new album is that we, as a live band, had the chance to explore the songs in that way after the chemistry, after playing together for a while, and so the band, the personalities in the band shine
Yeah.
a bit more. And also we were doing stuff that we wanted to do before and that we didn't have the chance because of the space of time and so on. So it's just us, like, adding a bit more of the stuff we wanted to do. So we're exploring new areas, which is part of the point, really, because there's always something that, there's these kind of, I want to do this type of song, and you didn't do it on the previous album. Now you have the chance to do it. So yeah, there were songs that we had in the vault that were basically gestating, and they were not ready for Mondo Fiction, but now we had the chance to unveil them.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's more or less it, really.
That's awesome. That's great. Okay, so the album's called The Outfit.
Mhm.
So if you were to describe the album using an outfit, I know you mentioned something similar a few minutes ago, but
Mhm.
if you were to sort of describe this album and put together an outfit or describe an outfit, what would it be?
Well, the outfit that we use live is it's kind of like imagine like a Reservoir Dogs or a Yakuza movie, sort of like dark suits, but with a little bit of like maybe secret society as
Mhm.
well. So the whole fashion sense. Of it as a play of words, when like we're wearing like a black tie with a red, blood red shirt underneath for for the sake of kind of like connecting more with maybe the cult aspect. And we also have like the symbols of the band in the outfit, which are the symbols of the outfit, could be. Um, and also we have we have that as a play of words, and
Mhm.
also the fact that the outfit is not only the outfit, but the group of people, us making the music, and that's why we have the song Killer Outfits, which could be also like a play of words of like having a killer look
Yeah,
in terms of that fashion sense, but also a group of people who are in that outskirts of society and so on, and playing with that sort in the sense of fiction, of course, of us being being
yeah.
fans of crime films and so on. So yeah, that's our outfit. That's the album, really.
Nice. And off the album, we've already heard one of the tracks because you did release the single In Plain Sight. What made you decide to sort of choose that to be the sort of lead single for this album?
It's a difficult one because it's like choosing like choosing, but like choosing your favorite son of daughter, kind of thing.
Oh no.
But really, In Plain Sight was one of the first songs, and it was like one of the songs that kind of like gave us the what the path of the album was gonna be. In terms of the vibe, it has kind of like a Henry Mancini sort of like Pink Panther, or not Panther, but more of a like, yeah, like a crime film from the 70s sort of thing. But
Yeah,
also it has like the lyrics talk about it's kind of like a call to arms as well, kind of like a manifesto of the outfit, unbreakable determination and being true to yourself and so on, which is like one of a few of the main themes of the album in general.
Yeah.
But in plain sight is kind of like that. The album that kind of like gave us that initial spark of what the identity and the theme and the vibe of the album was going to be, and that's why. Although we have right now we have another song that was released last Friday, which is Defying Eye, which is the song that goes right after it. But it's in terms of the video and so on, it's more of a prequel
Mhm.
to In Plain Sight. But yeah, everything is kind of like connecting. But In Plain Sight was kind of like the initial sign of where the album was gonna go to.
Was there a particular like idea or moment that sparked you to sort of start writing in plain sight?
The like a particular idea. Mm, I think uh, s- those things bank up gradually more than like in places like the beginning of the song that has like that sort of like the theme with the orchestrated and kind of like very like that mystery theme sort of thing. It was something that was kind of like laying around for some time really, and it just comes a moment where oh this could be the main riff and this could be the chorus and so on. I think it came out like that, like more like banking ideas. Like there was that, and it came. If you hear the song, there's always kind of like a particular rhythm pattern throughout the riffs. Like there's different parts, but there's always something that is constant in terms of the rhythm, bouncing rhythm that's underneath in every part. And we just kind of like build it on top of it, really. That's how it happened, really.
And see when you've written these songs that is on the album, The Outfit, um, because they are quite atmospheric songs as well. When you were writing them, did you feel that you would start with like a mood, or did you start with a riff, or was it different for each track, or did you want to start with like a narrative?
I think it's different for each track. Normally, um, uh, a lot of the tracks come from the non-metal world as well,
Mhm.
because like I reckon we listen to a lot of lots of different types of music and so on, but then the fact that we grew up as lovers of heavy metal and hard rock and heavy metal music, spontaneously what comes out is metal and hard rock and heavy music, but I think for these tracks, there's a lot of ideas that came from the more atmospheric aspect, and then when you pick up the guitar and emulate what you want to do, just it end up becoming a heavy metal song. It's just that it has those kind of like contrasts with the atmospheres.
Yeah. And you've said there that obviously, as huge fans of hard rock and heavy metal, it just naturally comes out. But, I am aware that, your music blends elements of bands like Iron Maiden, who you mentioned, or
Mhm.
Opeth or Faith No More. So how did those sort of influences manifest when you were writing songs together?
I think the main thing that is like really, really latent and very important here is that those bands that we're mentioning are very inspiring, but the main reason they're inspiring is because they have a sense of freedom, right?
Yeah.
Like even a band like you say, even a band like Iron Maiden that nowadays is supposed to be like a traditional heavy metal band,
Mhm.
they didn't sound exactly like their influences when they were starting, right? They were a fresh and daring and a band that were breaking the mold
Yeah.
when they came out, and you can say that about like any band that is influential. And you're talking about Opeth, which like the sense of freedom is great. Like when Opeth, I discovered Opeth, I was like, oh my God, like this is awesome. Like bands should follow this lead, you know.
Yeah.
Of And the same with Faith No More. It's like they're bands that obviously are doing whatever they want to do, you
Yeah.
know. And that's what's really inspiring about them, because like some people would say like, oh yeah, like they listen to a track of ours and see like, okay, there's a twin guitar harmony here. That's a maidenish thing, or there's an acoustic break, which could be an open thing or whatever it is. But really, they would say like, oh, you know, you don't sound like Opeth, or you don't sound like Iron Maiden, you don't sound like Faith No More. It's I think it's more about the that feeling of like, oh, we can do whatever we want to do with the music. And that's what's inspiring about any band, really.
Yeah.
That they have like, you know, that's them, and they're coming from a sense of freedom, and that's what you want when you're playing music or doing anything really.
Yeah.
You want to do like, oh, okay, I'm gonna do a painting, and you know, you don't have anybody, you know, you're not catering to anyone really,
Yeah.
not even your bandmates, right? Because like you're not, if you trust the rest of the, you trust your bandmates, and there's and what anyone brings to the table could be inspiring, and there's oh, this could work, that could work, whatever, back and forth relationship we have. But really, the you want to create with complete abandon, and not think about like what people would like, or is it heavy enough, or is it melodic enough, or complex or simple enough, and so on. It's more about like we were talking earlier. It's like if it feels exciting, and we're playing the song together in rehearsal for the first time, and it's like, oh wow, this feels exciting. Then that's the barometer. That's what's gonna tell you like, oh yeah, we're on the right track.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's more or less how it happens.
Definitely. I like that. And sticking with the theme of excitement,
Yeah.
what song from the new album are you excited to perform live?
Oh, we've performed a few of them live. I think we've done Killer Outfit, we've done Defying Eye, we've done In Plain Sight, of course, and those three are like, let's say, the singles,
Yeah.
and we're enjoying them playing live a lot. I think we're going to introduce. Um, there's one called Broken Bow, which we're looking forward to play live. So I would say that one. That
Nice.
one would be the next one, Broken Bow.
And you've received praise from the likes of Metal Hammer.
Mhm.
So how, as a band, does receiving like that recognition from like big outlets, what impact has that had on you all as a band?
Well, that was like, just to clarify, that was in Spain really, because it was Metal Hammer in Spain, and they it was really the impact really was um, really cool in the sense of like we were playing like our first open air festival in Spain, and we ended up by chance. There was someone, there was Miri, this lady from Metal Hammer. She was basically interviewing people from the audience,
Yeah.
and she ended up talking to me because someone she was interviewing said like, oh, they're playing on Saturday, and she was kind of like asking questions about the band, and I explained to her the cinematic influences and so on, and she says, okay, I want to interview you. They ended up ended up doing a really fun and exciting interview
Nice.
with her, with Metal Hammer, and after she checked the band, she ended up like bringing more people from Metal Hammer Spain in to check our set, and then we said, oh, we want to review the performance for the magazine and so on. So they said they had very kind words, and they've been really enthusiastic since that happened. So it's just yeah, it's just us just the feeling of being fortunate and grateful that I mean, it could be anyone when anyone in the audience comes back and has kind words and really good feedback about the music and so on. It's just feeling fortunate about people having kind words really and responding emotionally to the music, which is what's really meaningful and significant to us.
Yeah, yeah. And I know that some things may be, top secret for now, but is there anything you can tell us about, what does the future look like for Open Sight or something that, obviously the album's coming out soon.
Yes. Yeah, the for the album, what's coming in the future, I think it's more music. I think we have been coming up with new songs that let's say two or three songs we've already been playing in. So we're kind of like, we're not in writing mode or anything, but if something you don't want to put the brakes on new music if the ideas are coming. So we've been jamming on new tracks, and it's exciting, even though the outfit hasn't come out. Uh, and we want to play live more. That's what I think we should be concentrating on. We've had the chance to play Spain, and now we just came back from Germany. We played Taunus Fest, which was really cool. And I think boosting live performances is what we want to make happen in the future. We have a great time playing live, especially now that we have this new album, and it's just an entrancing experience when we play live. So it's just we want more of that, basically.
Yeah,
More, more to play more live,
yeah.
really.
That would be great. That would be brilliant.
Yeah.
Um, okay, so if the outfit were a movie, because I know that we've already touched on like some of the themes that have come out from some of the tracks. So if the outfit was a movie, what do you think would be like the storyline?
Oh, that's a time maybe. That would be easy. It would be probably a crime film thing, and it would be a crime film mixed with maybe horror and thriller, perhaps. So
Yeah.
the storyline would probably be like there's like uh, the, there are murders happening in a city by a mysterious a criminal, and there's a hard-boiled, tough detective, or maybe a buddy kind of thing. A couple of
Yeah.
detectives that are after them after the killer,
Yeah.
and the killer has some sort of probably some sort of passionate motives, or some sort of like supernatural connections with the dark side as well. And the killings are ritualistic, perhaps, with strange symbols and stuff like that. And there's some cliches that I would like to have, maybe like the chief of police, coming down hard on the detectives because they probably are breaking the rules here and there in order to get the job done. Um, and also the detectives' personal lives are getting in the way, so they probably have their significant others
Yeah.
that they're complaining because they're on the street all the time.
And they're
And
not home for dinner.
yeah, exactly. Like there's probably going to be a scene where they're in a wedding or something, and then the right around that time the killer kills someone again, and he has to, the detective has to, she or he has to tell, like, I have to leave, and and I cannot tell you why. Like it happens in Hit, Pacino is leaving, and is this kind of like emotional thing with like I have to take care of the job and there are lives at stake.
Yeah.
But I have also this emotional life that I need that I'm trying to, and it's crumbling.
Yeah.
So that has to happen, and and maybe who's done it kind of element, like we don't know who the killer is, and then at the end of the movie there's a big reveal
Yeah.
of somebody unexpected, and around the movie there's a lot of red herrings,
Yeah.
perhaps, like the audience is gonna think, oh, it could be that person or this other person and so on, and then at the end of the movie it's like revealed that who the killer is, and there's gonna be like probably an emotional ambiguity of like the discovery of the killer, and people are gonna feel like, oh, are gonna feel like sympathy for the killer, but at the same time he's a bad guy. So there's like an ambiguous feeling there at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
Oh my, now we need to write it
I know,
properly.
it sounds great. Who would you rather be? Would you be the mysterious killer or one of the detectives?
Yeah, for a cameo, I think I would like to be the chief of the police, telling everyone off and being angry all the time, and being the comic relief. Oh yeah, that's that that guy again complaining and blah blah blah. Maybe I'll be the comic relief, I guess.
Yeah.
And we'll have I'm pretty sure we'll have cameos for the band and everyone. But yeah, definitely I would pick that role.
Nice. So, Ivan, for my final question, I ask this of everybody that I chat to. I go by the nickname Sunshine Weezy, because I like to spread some sunshine wherever I go, whether that's a positive message or just an encouragement, because the world is hard enough. So, if I were to ask you, what would your sunshine be? Like, if you were to give us a bit of sunshine, would it be an encouragement or, a bit of motivation or a phrase? Just something to share with your fans that can sort of uplift us. What would you say?
I would say, the sunshine element of everything, especially talking about like, the joy of what we do, is like listening to music, playing music, being enthusiastic about watching movies with your friends, your significant other, which I do all the time. I think the everything that you talk about when you're talking about like putting some sunshine and that kind of like very beautiful sentiment that you kind of like live your life
Yeah,
by. It reflecting what we do in terms of the music being a game, things being playful,
yeah,
going back to those childhood moments when you were playing a game and wearing an outfit like
yeah.
a costume in Halloween, for example, and so on. And I think that like treating life from that perspective is something that could throw some light
Absolutely.
on people, really. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. Thank you. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
You have been such a joy to chat with. I've really, really loved finding more about you and the band, and I'm really looking forward for it coming out on the 15th of May, folks. So make sure that you mark it in your diaries, and I'm wishing you all the best of luck with the album.
I'm absolutely delighted speaking to you. It's been a really cool chat, and a huge pleasure talking about the stuff we love, music.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot.